Okay, so I just did my whole, well, I did while ago, a little while ago, but now there's no more light outside in front of the house, about the heads down, thumbs up, 7-Up game, right? The cosmic game from the Immortals. Yeah, look in that image, and it really happened. We taught some of you from like non-scary sleepaway camp places way before we were mortally born after your cycle. Like you were going to be born first, and then you would grow up and help us, and we'd be really proud of you, and then we'd be born after you, and we'd be growing up and need your help. Because I'd be stuck in a New York problem that we were warning about your parents before you and Lewis's generation, whatever. Alright, proof that we were talking to you idiots because you woke up and had all sorts of games. Anybody heard of the Ring Around the Rosie? Pocket full of posy. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Oh my gosh, I do remember that. Does anybody know what it actually means? No, you don't. You just kept saying it over and over to the word organ around you so we could count and keep count how many of your little broken head projects in little Bambi territory were waking up every day and were able to fully recall what we were teaching you in the cosmic nursery the night before. And oh, it was so wonderful when it worked, preparing for my miraculous mortal birth where I was scared as shit that you all were going to be in charge and break the world some more. Right, okay, so moving on. Since I'm always right and you forced me down this direction, and I put in a box, U.S. stole all the posy I had set up before I had hands. And I put in a separate box, sold Nicole Cattaruzza to the Brady Bunch and Tom Manning, who's the New York Giant asshole. Also, by the way, the New York Yanks, which I also fucking hate, by Steinbrenner's assholeness, who all of a sudden they have a competition with Boston, Massachusetts, and the Big B. Anybody know what that competition's about? Yeah, hi. The goddess is born in New York, and the god in Boston, Massachusetts area, which is the Big B that Eric from the gym used to wear on his hat. Right, the Big B is the symbol of him and I being born as twins. It's star twins. It's the cosmic eggs coming together in one symbol. It's a B. So why is New York, which is also our Niklaus Nicole, and then it's the Y, it's like, yay! Why are they fighting all-star teams that know how to read US, U.S. whatever intelligence from the planetary committee that needs to get the two of us together, and we really don't care how many people you kill on the way? Right, okay, so where did we miss you in communications? Right, okay. So you stole all of the supposed, supposed this, supposed this, supposed this. That's what posy is. Great. I gave you all the supposeds. We told you how to circumvent and overcome the supposeds that were going to cause a problem in my real life and his real life, being able to get together without having to be routed to a look-alike ugly Prince Charles who's in the dipshit New York and never going to be able to support me or children, and then you cross-dressed that with a male who has to dress like a female as the Beck's loser in the bedroom in order to get his dick hard, and he likes to suck cock more than he likes women anyway. So, and he has a Pentagon, U.S. Pentagon official uncle, named the same as his U.S. Air Force dad, brother, Matt. There you go. Okay. So you decided that that was a better way to go when I specifically told you, I gave you all of the posy, I gave you all the supposeds. I don't want to go down this route. This is not a good route for the U.S., and it's not a good route for me, and it's not a good route for humanity. So why are we here? great. Never had a fucking good answer. Okay, so I said the U.S. sold Nicole Cattaruzza to Brady Bunch, which is the idea of all of the other children, because you couldn't fix in the 1960s the black-white thing. So then they opened the borders without any of our permission to let in the facial deformity kids, the Asians, and then the sand people as well. So while you guys were sleeping in the 1960s getting absolutely nothing done, Batman and Captain America were calling shots and trying to inform the living. But I don't know why the Robin era, like being so small and like catching up to the big superheroes, was so fucking difficult for you guys to actually accomplish anything. It causes the massive toilet paper and color casualty. That's going to happen next. Next, we're going to have a massive color casualty. It's going to, all the colors are going to bleed like a stuck fucking pig, because that's what you all are. You stole all of the Posey. You made all new measures, forgot completely about all of the colorless white fruit with no facial deformity that watches over you and your ability to look good and continue on to live here in the future. Right, great, okay. I wouldn't have gone that route, but that's what you idiots did. Cattaruzza and Hitler needed each other in colorless in that box, which I put, and I said, remember that game? Duck, duck, goose, you're it. And then you run around a circle and then you sit back down where the other person was sitting. Oh my gosh, that's all you fucking idiots did. You did nothing in the last 3 generations that was anywhere useful in what I needed to get done in Immortal Territory. So tell me again why we can't just go door to door and start fucking executing anything that's not my color, with no facial deformities, that stood in our way, that made a dime, made money, made more money than God, because I made none, that sold out any of my Posey, which is the information, in order to fix in strategic planning. You never gave me any of my videos, although you all watched them like they were like movie theater quality. Nobody came to inform me that people were watching. I mean, in like, when I went to go see Tony Robbins, he said in a out of sequence moment, I believe, that the room full of people, right, which I had my slits, so it wasn't recording. It was like that spatial whatever, spatial special, where I wasn't recording faces, because I don't really look at your faces. I don't really care. You have to be anonymous to me anyway, because I'm not cataloging whatever version of this hose job that you woke up in, because none of your skins and your faces, you might like your inside, but the quality of your whatever you woke up in, you might want to change. You might not want to take it on for immortality. So I don't look at you and scan you like a robot. That's something I'm going to want to keep. I mean, I don't really I have catalogs of you anyway, but whatever. We only scan you if we, whatever, need to do other stuff. So, all right, so there we are. So I was there, and he told me that he was finding out that, well, first he's like, do you know who I am? I'm like, who you are? No. Should I know who you are? And I'm like, well, they said on the thing, Tony, I might have forgotten his name, but Tony Robbins, right? And he goes, right. He goes, you don't know anything about me, though? And I'm like, how would I know about you? Right. I mean, do you know about me? And he's like, actually, it's kind of funny. He's like, I'm just learning about you. And he's like, but, right, whatever. So, and then there was, like, they were using the word strategic management, strategic planning, which I had never heard before. And then I said, because I was just, right, I had just gotten divorced and I wanted a career, and I didn't know where, or, right, I had heard about real estate. That seemed interesting. I mean, bought and sold my own house. I thought, oh, whatever. But then he said, well, would you like to try it? I said, I absolutely would, but I don't know how. Then he had set up some kind of phone calls. I don't know how that worked. And then I don't know what happened with it. It was like coaching calls, but then it wasn't like going anywhere. I don't know how they ended. I can't remember. Oh, I think he asked me for money. Some guy asked me for money, like a check or whatever. And I'm like, I'm barely hanging on to my house. I don't have I can't pay for a coaching service. Like, what, I don't, what do you want me, you know what I'm saying? Like, Christopher Armstrong's gonna let me sit in the office and he'll teach me how to sell houses for free. I mean, I don't know, like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to support my 3 children and support my house and be able to afford food. I mean, I have no clothes, but it became very, very difficult. So I think that's how the strategic management coaching call or mentoring call ended. But what did they want from me? I don't know. But I wasn't offered like a job or anything, or there was no pay out of it. I don't know. Like, I mean, that's something that I wanted to do. They said that I'd be really good at it, but where do I go? Where do I, like, where do I send my resume? I don't know. It just disappeared again. So I don't know what to tell you all, but like it's like really fucking confusing being a human amongst all of you when like there was planning done ahead of time, and then like I wake up and everybody's just like, yeah, nope, never heard of her. Nope, 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 nope. She doesn't exist. I don't know. It's like, what? What are you all fucking hiding from? And why can't any of you get your story straight? Here's it written, which I'll put down. And here's the other thing. The people who can't get their story straight, just fucking kill them and keep moving.